Republican Congressman Tim Burchett, who is still undecided on how he'll vote today. Later today, Congressman, it's good to see you. You say that you're going to talk to Mike, raise some concerns. At this point, you're still undecided, but there's certain, I guess, are there things that the speaker could tell you to get you to yes, and what would cause you to go and be a no?
Of course, I'm concerned about some fiscal sanity in Washington. We talk about it. Everybody runs on it, and then nobody does anything about it. They make little cuts, and then it goes to the Senate, and they make little cuts, and we don't agree on it, and nothing happens, and we go home and beat our chests and then get reelected. And I'm just, the time has passed for that. We are running off a fiscal cliff, and I've expressed my concerns to Speaker Johnson. I'd like to, like we do in Tennessee, where we balance the budget in our legislature, is single-issue spending bills. That gets away from the 3,000-page spending bills that everybody just reads. They go down and read the find page 45, where they've got their little special interest deal going, or they've promised some K Street lobbyists they're going to grease, or their wife and or girlfriend works for some operation that's getting some funding, and then they vote for it. And that's why we're $36 trillion in debt. Doge said they're going to go after $2 trillion. Well, for goodness sakes, we run up $1 trillion every 100 days in debt. So I think we better get really serious about that. I'm worried about the communist Chinese. I'm worried about the border. But our number one threat in this country is debt. We will be a third world country. People in East Tennessee right now, where I represent, they're spending $600 to $800 more just a month to survive. That's not living very luxuriously. And you see that all over the country. In some areas, it's thousands of dollars a month more. So this reckless spending we're doing, we just can't keep going off that cliff. And those are the things that I'm concerned about. And I've expressed those to Speaker Johnson. He's been very forthright. He gets back to me very quick. I've never seen anybody in leadership at any level that's gotten back to me that fast.
Right. Gets back to you, but what can he say? And how can he allay your concerns? And if, he's been Speaker for a while, and, with a lot of these same arguments front and center for a while, and then you saw, a month or two ago that, a couple of people called it like a pork pie or something that he put forward. Yeah. So it doesn't seem like there's been any change in behavior at all.
Sure, the first bill was 1,554 pages, and then the second bill everybody was championing actually had removed some of the limits, and there was actually more spending in the second bill, was just 150 pages. The third bill, around 150 pages, the one that passed, I didn't vote for it, had $5 billion in there for submarines, and $100 million for the Coast Guard, and we just passed a bloated NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, just 2 weeks prior that had, I believe, over $6 billion new dollars after they failed their 7th or 8th audit that the Pentagon had, and so we reward them by billions of more dollars. Those are the things we got to see change. I suspect a lot of it is going to be administratively. I suspect the Trump administration is going to address some of these, but those are some concerns of mine, and if I feel like he's going to address those things. And I think part of the problem, too, is you got your 435 members, and the numbers were split. It's razor thin. You have members Republican members in New York, maybe, that Joe Biden won by 15 points. So he has to protect them. And then we've got members like myself who are conservative. I'm just not angry about it. We have to look at where we're going to vote, too. So it's threading the needle. Mike's in a really tough position. Anybody in that position, outside of being a single mom, I can't think of any tougher job in this country right now than being Speaker of the House, because you've got all the egos. You know it. You've lived this life for a long time. You've seen it. And then everybody thinks that they're going to be the next emperor or czar to some group, and then they're going to, get called on by the president to negotiate a trade deal to North Korea or something. Everybody's ego is pumped up when they get up here, and then you got the new members coming in and making sure that they're taken care of by the right committees. So it's just an incredibly tough job, and with the razor-thin majority we have right now, honestly, a good flu season, or a bad flu season, I guess I should say, and we're out of the majority. So it's just a lot of things to take into consideration. I'll be praying about it, and I'll make my decision according to that this morning.